will be required to disclose the first originator of the mischievous tweet or message, as the case may be, a soft touch oversight mechanism, and have a robust redressal of grievances.
सरकार ने ये समझा कि एक लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड होना चाहिए. ऑल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स मस्ट हैव द सेम जस्टिस सिस्टम.
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. In the wake of the protest toolkit row, controversy of fake news narratives over the farmer agitation and the protests surrounding certain OTT shows, the government has put in motion measures to tighten the oversight of the digital space. IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad announced that social media companies will need to have a resident grievance officer as well as a 24/7 nodal officer to communicate with law enforcement agencies, adding that they must provide a compliance report every month. These measures for social media will come into effect in the next 3 months. Meanwhile, INB Minister Prakash Javadekar highlighted the new guidelines for OTT platforms. All providers must have a self-regulatory body which will be headed by a retired Supreme Court or High Court judge. Further, OTT platforms must ensure the classification for age-related content with the implementation of parental locks. Now, on the face of it, the government has put the onus on self-regulation with no real or laid out legal ramifications. But at the same time, is the introduction of grievance officers and regulatory bodies with retired judges aimed at stricter oversight of digital content in the garb of what the government says is responsible freedom? Is this a system that can truly achieve a balance, a fine balance between regulation and freedom of expression with what the government terms as soft touch oversight? Joining me first on the show is IT and Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, our big news maker. Mr. Prasad, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us. You said today, sir, that the government wants minimum interference and regulation on social media, but many would say that through today's announcements, the government intends to play super regulator's role.
Well, not the least. I said very clearly that social media has empowered Indians. They have become more keen to ask questions. We have also said that government welcomes criticism, also dissent. But remember one thing, just your viewers need to know what I said in today's my press briefing. WhatsApp has 3 crore users, YouTube 44.8 crores, Facebook users 41 crore, Instagram 21 crore, Twitter 1.75 crore. Let them do business in India, earn money, ads, no problem. But what about the rights of the users of this media? Can we deny, Maria, you are a seasoned journalist, that morph image of woman is not being shown? This whole revenge porn is not being shown? The entire dignity is not being demolished by systematic campaign based on falsehood? Now, if a user of social media has a grievance, where he should go? We have said, set up a grievance mechanism. Acknowledge in 24 hours, redressal in 15 days. And for significant social media agencies to be notified very soon by us, you must have a compliance officer, you must have a grievance officer, you must have a contact point. Now, all these things are designed to what? Can you deny fake news, abusive content, financial rivalry being settled through corrosive and collusive campaign? All these things are terrorism, trying to completely incite communal violence. All these things are important. Therefore, we are saying, as far as we are concerned, you please have a mechanism.
Okay.
Please show the compliance and give report to us. That's all.
Okay.
That's
Mr.
all.
Prasad,
And I must.
please
All right,
go ahead. Please
Yes,
go ahead,
yes.
sir.
The second theme again, the same of OTT. In the same case of your digital media. What we have said, follow the guidelines of the Press Council of India. If the newspapers can follow Press Council, if television channels can find the cable code you will follow the same thing which have been said, ethics.
Okay.
As regard the OTT part is concerned, this is only what? This says you self-regulate.
I'm going to
Have
ask
five
that question in
classifications.
just a
No
bit,
censor
sir.
by the government.
I'm going to use a phrase that you used in your press conference today. You said, "ये खुराफात किसने शुरू किया? ये सरकार अब जानना चाहेगी." The genesis of a fake news that you have said. The rules says, sir, that the social media platforms, upon being asked by the government or by regulatory authorities, will be required to disclose the first originator of the mischievous tweet or a message. First, if that's not the case currently, and who will decide if something is mischievous, because intent of a tweet or message also becomes an issue here.
First of all, you have not heard me carefully, I am very sorry to say. The question of first originator would be only relevant in the case of an issue impinging upon security and sovereignty of India, rape, revenge porn, and any other issue which is punishable with 5 years. Therefore, all the ipsi dixit will not be asked. Now, can you deny there are systematic campaign of tweeting, retweeting and Facebook messages being loaded and reloaded in case of this whole mayhem and massacre which happens? What we are saying, who started with first? We are not asking you to disclose the content. I repeat,
Okay.
we are not asking you to retort the content, disclose the content. Who was the first originator? ये खुराफात किसने शुरू की?
Okay.
और अगर वो हिंदुस्तान के बाहर से है तो हिंदुस्तान में किसने शुरू की? Maria, can you deny that systematic campaigns are not started in social media from across the border? Therefore, we are only asking to be accountable. Should a social media platform say, no, we will not own any accountability regardless of whatever happens on my channel?
Okay.
I am sorry. Therefore, we have said, upon being asked, in case of a specific category, namely which impinges upon the security of the country, sovereignty of the country, safety of the country, public order, or offences like rape, other things, which is punishable with 5 years.
Okay.
Only then and then you will be asked to disclose.
Okay. The rules again, Mr. Prasad says that prior intimation is to user is necessary before a platform removes or blocks content. But don't you feel that this prior clause defeats the purpose of having such guidelines? The reason I'm saying is that if there is something offensive or compromises country's sovereignty, it needs to be blocked immediately rather than opening itself to clarifications or explanations.
First of all, you must understand, we are not asking the social media not to take initiatives on their own. We are only prescribing the norms. Suppose any offensive tweet or message is creating mayhem, they can say, we have blocked you for this reason. Okay? Tell me what you have to say. That they can do in 1 hour's time. Why not? If they can block the president tweet and give reasons for that, they can do for others as well. I understand they are also doing of editors in India. Therefore, surely they can do so in case of ordinary one as well.
Okay.
Always remember one thing, Maria, with greatest respect to you. What we have done is, we have given a robust mechanism for the user of media also to have a voice in case of abuse and misuse. And you please have a robust mechanism. And by the way, this has not happened suddenly. There have been Supreme Court orders for the last 2-3 years. I gave a commitment on the floor of the Parliament, which I explained earlier. And there have been demands from the from the civil society. There have been various directions from the parliamentary committees. Therefore, the last 2-3 years after widest consultation, we have said we respect freedom.
Okay.
But remember one thing, you'll also have to follow the laws of India. And the law of India is 19(1) fundamental right, freedom of expression, subject to reasonable restriction under 19(2).
Okay.
Namely, sovereignty, security of India and all these things.
Okay.
You know it very well.
Yes, the rule also, Mr. Prasad, talks about voluntary user verification mechanism. Does this mean all social accounts must be verified through mobile phones within 3 months? And again, another question that I want to ask is, will anonymous handles be the thing of the past now? Because anonymity cannot be a shield. Do you get that sense?
That's a very good question and let me explain it. अगर आप सोशल मीडिया पर इतने एक्टिव हैं तो जनाब आप बताएं तो आप हैं कौन? हमें नहीं बताएं, सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म को बताएं. And therefore, this voluntary verification mechanism shall be established by the social media platform only. Obviously, their phone number is known to them. They can do the SIM card itself. But let me give you a very relevant question. Suppose there are 2,000 tweets or Facebook accounts messages upon a particular instance, and we learn to our dismay, out of that 1,900 have come across the border, as it happens. Therefore, please disclose your identity, have it tick marked. We don't want to interfere, but we will know that this is a verified account who is owning up what he is saying, whether criticizing the government or blasting the government. But this verification, not by the government, but the social media platform, that's what we are. There is no question of anonymity. It is a question of greater responsibility and accountability and owning up your identity.
Okay.
That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
coming to the regulation of OTT, this self-regulatory body that you have created, and I'm quoting what you have said, such a body shall be headed by a retired judge of the Supreme Court, High Court, or independent eminent person, and will have to be registered with the INB Ministry. Doesn't it, in a way, attempt at regulating the digital media in the garb of accountability?
If you read it very carefully, there are 3 layers of regulation there, not regulation, oversight mechanism. First, let the OTT platform have a grievance redressal mechanism by itself. अगर हमें शिकायत है तो हम आपके पास चले आए, इसका आप समाधान करिए. Number 2, if they don't listen, let them set up on their own this body. Government will not interfere. I repeat, let the channels OTT themselves by a group establish that mechanism where they choose the judge, they choose the eminent person, as the case may be. What we are saying, please inform us that this is the body we have formed, these are the people who are going to oversee a further complaint mechanism in case of a consumer of our content. And even these two also, and we have also contemplated that body can have the power of censor, body can have the power of reprimand. Let me ask you a question, Maria. Do you submit to the jurisdiction of your self body or not as a news channel? You have got a retired Supreme Court judge accountability mechanism or not, or eminent people? Don't you show clips on your channel, this news was wrong, we are sorry? You yourself, the news channels of the country, have this mechanism. We are also saying you can also have the same mechanism, but please inform the Ministry of INB that this is the mechanism we have formed and these are the people. That's all.
Okay.
The government will not come in there. And if these two are not able to redress the grievances, then the government will have a proper oversight mechanism.
Yes.
Therefore, layer 1 with the channel, layer 2 with the independent bodies set up by the OTT platforms, and number 3 with the government oversight mechanism.
Last question to you. Since you are making the distinction between small intermediaries and big intermediaries, is there a possibility, or are you thinking that India could go the Australia way?
Well, the issue of Australia is vastly different. That is an issue where debate is going on as regards the revenue sharing when the news feed of newspapers or channels are done. That debate is still in a nascent stage. That is a question which you need to note. But this particular debate today, the mechanism today is basically for social media, big media. Can you deny, Maria, that of late many platforms which began as social media platform have also become publishers? They have also become content creators. Those are issues still emerging because we are thinking about a borderless world. But this particular and we had the widest consultation possible, both in the case of OTT with the players and also in case of social media. For the last 3 years we were working. After widest consultation has been done, people are happy, and let me tell you, who are the ultimate beneficiary? The consumers, the users of these platforms. And the users must have a voice.
Okay.
That the issue is.
All right, Ravi Shankar Prasad, IT Minister, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to speak to you, sir. Let me bring in my guests now. Nikhil Pahwa, founder Medianama.com, Jitin Jain, cyber security expert, Mayank Shekhar, film critic. Nikhil Pahwa, how will this obligation to create a complaint redressal mechanism hold social media accountable? How much of it is a shift from a system which already exists?
Well, Maria, the system has, regarding a grievance officer, something that's already been there in the IT rules in the past. It has many intermediaries have not they have not instituted the grievance officer mechanism. This just gives the government more. This is just more detailing that they have done in order to create a mechanism for more accountability in terms of how platforms deal with grievances. But just on the broader point, I think that for me, what's really worrying is this traceability requirement that's been issued under the due diligence guidelines. My understanding is that the IT Act, when you look at due diligence, those are basically the terms and conditions that users have to sign, or that they have to consider when they sign up for a platform. So a platform has to issue terms and conditions, and the due diligence guidelines direct platforms about what they need to put in those terms and conditions. To use that to enforce something like traceability or to enforce a grievance redressal mechanism, I don't think is in line with what the IT Act actually has.
Okay.
So while the minister might want to look at mechanisms for addressing grievances, I don't think this is the right mechanism. And
So,
somewhere
Nikhil, the larger
this needs to
question that you're
be-
raising here is
I'm sorry.
about traceability largely. That the government says,
About traceability
what
and-
is the
and
genesis of that
traceability has
fake
a very
news?
major implication for
Yes.
privacy, because this traceability requirement means that the platform will have to note down who has originated a message, have their contact details, and share them with the government if demanded.
Okay.
Under those circumstances, we talk about WhatsApp's privacy policy and a lot of concern and people moving to Signal, but Signal doesn't have that mechanism for traceability, and neither does WhatsApp.
Okay.
So this is actually a bigger privacy concern that the government is creating.
Jitin, will you respond to this?
it-
And this question of traceability being raised by Nikhil Pahwa, and also on this point that the government has put the onus on platforms which at the same time have also been accused of double standards. How will these rules, which are largely grievance redressal, achieve what they have set out for?
Look, Mari, I think compliments to Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad and the government to finally biting the bullet and notifying these guidelines which have been pending for so long. I think there are two important things. A, whatever the guidelines and set of ethics which have been brought in is only for the significant social media intermediaries, the big ones who are above 50 lakhs. Second, the important point about this grievance redressal in the past and now is that all these companies, despite of the order of Delhi High Court, were appointing grievance redressal officers in Ireland, and these people would never respond, and they were not bothered, and they would be happy to not comply with Indian law, just not respond to the police request. So what government has now said that all these significant intermediaries would now have to base 3 officers as a residents of India, make them available 24/7, so that tomorrow if they refuse to comply with Indian law, and or tomorrow if they try to spread anarchy in the name of defending free speech, government knows whom to act against and whom to file an FIR against.
Okay.
Now, third, on the issue of traceability, I think there is a small confusion as far as my understanding is concerned, and I agree with Nikhil. If there is a case of asking any backdoor or anything, I would strongly oppose. But I think what I have read, the understanding is that if there is any rumor on a social media platform, then government wants the original uploader of that content to be found out, which is not a problem in case of Facebook, Twitter, because these are open media platforms. But the problem comes in case of closed platforms like WhatsApp, Telegram, or Signal, and that too the ones which are end-to-end encrypted. So
Okay.
here government is saying we do not want the chats. We suppose if you have uploaded a video, you can generate a MD5 hash, or if you upload a URL to WhatsApp and others can simply provide a unique identifier.
Fine.
Now what government wants is that who is the first uploader of that unique URL or that unique video. We want his details, his metadata, his device contact
Fine.
details, and his device identifier, not the content of this conversation.
Fine.
Which I think would bring in a balance in law.
Okay.
But I don't think that is.
I'm going to ask about what will these rules really mean in the long run in the absence of a legal sanctity to both of you. But before that, Mayank, there is no content censorship as far as OTT platforms is concerned. These new rules that are talking about, it's essentially content classification, which is according to what is used globally. Then I don't think so there should be any backlash from the OTT platforms now.
I mean, they're calling it regulation, overseeing. and overseeing mechanism. But the fact is kind of crystal clear. It's censorship. If you look at it in a very simple way, any human being any random person who watches something and has an issue with it will approach an OTT platform that already has to appoint 3 people in terms of compliance and grievance, right? Now that person, now he's already registered a complaint. It's already skewed in favor of the complainant rather than the content creator in this case. It could have stopped there, but that's just stage 1. In 15 days, the answer has to be given. Then there is stage 2, which is a body that needs to be instituted, which is a self-regulatory body. And the minister did not mention this, but it's certainly there in the piece of paper that was handed out, the fact that this will be headed by an ex-Supreme Court or a High Court judge picked up from a panel that the government gives. So again, there's government there. And then there is stage 3, which is an inter-ministerial committee of various ministries, which is purely government, which will then take action. So, I mean, if you were talking about level playing field, let's say if you compare it to cinema, for instance, which is heavily policed and heavily censored to begin with, there you make a movie, you give it to CBFC that comes under Ministry of INB, and that's it.
Okay,
it's over, right?
Jitin doesn't
and then if you have
agree
issues,
with
then
you.
you can go to the court as well. Here, you're going through, I think guys will just be walking around government offices if this is,
Yes.
and of course, all of it,
Okay.
there's just a piece of paper right now. So most of what we'll know is how the taste of it will be in the pudding once.
Jitin, will you just
once
clarify on the
execution
points being
begins.
made by Mayank here? I was looking at those 5 age categories, universal, UA, 7+, and all that. I was thinking on these lines, but again, when there are multiple mechanism in terms of the way it is, the government has conceived this entire thing, there's a 3-tier self-regulation mechanism. But then, does it mean that there are more legal challenges? Or
Okay,
bureaucratic
one simple
challenges,
question.
if I may use the
One
word.
simple question, that all movies in India and the serials are regulated by censor board. Does the censor board does censorship? No, they don't. They only classify a content in case of extreme instances. They ask to
I'm
remove
so
certain things.
sorry, sir. I don't think I should
Can I
send you.
complete?
I should
Can
send
I
you a
complete?
list of thousands of
Can I
movies
complete?
that have been censored. What are you
Can I
saying?
complete?
Are you telling me they don't censor?
No, can I complete?
Of
Can
course
you
you
allow
can
me to speak?
Of course.
don't interrupt
You're telling
me.
me there's no censorship.
Okay, okay, quickly.
That's a fact check. It's factually incorrect.
No, you do the fact check. No,
Okay.
censor board is, not removing
I've
every
been
content.
part of
in
censor
number
board.
one.
I know exactly
all
what they
these
do.
platforms, Netflix, Amazon, Hotstar, they have been serving soft porn on the name of family dramas. Every single series is filled for vulgar, abuses and hardcore, obscenity. Now, if there is
You are
if the
sitting and
government
watching
is saying
these?
that
Are
let
you
us
sitting and watching
classify
these? How do you
what
know?
is suitable for 12-year-old, what is suitable for 18-year-old, what is suitable for 16-year-old, and you do it yourself and just ensure that 12-year is not able to watch the soft porn in the name of your family drama. What you are
But
serving,
Jitin,
is it wrong?
with
Age
OTT
regulation
platforms,
already
the option
it already
is,
exists,
if you
already
don't
exists.
like it, switch it off. Move to another
No,
content.
but okay,
Age regulation
Maria,
already exists.
Maria,
You
You
Maria,
have the
let me
choice.
tell you, just
It's about
now,
option.
Maria, just can you watch this Gandhi Baat series with your family, sitting with your children?
No,
today
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
driving? Tell me.
Then switch off, go to another series.
So that is what government is saying. Just classify the content, what is suitable for what
That
age. That's
classification
it.
already exists.
They are not asking these people to remove all these things. They're only saying put at the age classification. That's it.
No, but the classification, but the classification is already there, isn't it, Mayank?
Absolutely.
No, but
16
but
plus,
no
18
platform,
plus, it
it is not
exists.
Absolutely.
enforced.
The parental
It
law,
is not enforced.
wherever
It is not enforced.
wherever is watching soft porn,
second thing,
apparently
Maria,
Hotstar.
One
Maria,
moment,
they have not
Jitin,
seen-
one moment. Let
Maria,
Mayank
one
speak.
minute.
Yes. Yes.
It will come
Just
with
1
age.
minute. Can I complete? I mean, there is no point interjecting each other, right?
Okay,
Let me just complete and have a point of view.
okay.
Second, there is no new rule, new power this stated.
Okay.
They were taking power with Ministry of Electronics IT under Rule Section 69A, where in any content which is threatening the sovereignty, integrity, or security of state order could have been blocked, like they did. Now, what government has done today for video, news media, and OTT platforms, they have divested that power to the Ministry of Information Broadcasting.
Okay,
They
Nikhil,
have just
20
shifted
seconds.
that power. That's it.
Nikhil Power, 20 seconds.
That's it. That's it.
Look, Maria, Mr. Javadekar in his press conference kept repeating that there is no regulatory code for OTT streaming services. That is factually incorrect. One code was issued back in 2019. It was revised last year in July or August, and the operational guidelines were issued earlier this month. There is already a self-regulatory code in place, the government had no reason to issue this code. Secondly, the IT Act does not give the government the jurisdiction to issue this code in this manner. It just didn't like the code which the OTT service had produced, and it wants a more stringent mechanism. The proof of the pudding is going to be in the eating, and how it will happen is the grievance redressal mechanism.
Fine enough.
One
On that
of the
note,
things that the rules say specifically is
yes.
that an applicable entity, Madhya, if I may.
Yes, Nikhil, we have really come to the end of this discussion. Thank you so much for joining us. Nikhil Pahwa, Jitin Jain and Mayank Shekhar. The entire debate on news18.com. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.
Content. Online streaming is a pull service. You choose to watch something, which means you can